right, man. So I was sent this by Master Wayne's Facebook page. I'm assuming that's what it's from. Superman has to make over 800 million to be as successful as Man of Steel. So the question is, can James Gunn's Superman beat Man of Steel? Now, according to this, it says Man of Steel 2013 had the following box office performance. Worldwide gross 668 million. Domestic was 291 million. International 377 million. Now, let's adjust for inflation from 2013 to 2025 using the average U.S. inflation rate 3.2% per year. The inflation from 2013 to 2025 is approximately 30 to 35%. Adjusted box office $2025 worldwide. 668 million times 1.33 equals 888 million. Domestic 291 million times 1.33 387 million. And international 377 million times 1.33 equals 501 million. If Man of Steel were released today and earned the same number of tickets sold adjusted for inflation, it would have grossed around 880 to 890 million worldwide. So Gunn's Superman has to make almost 900 million to break even with Man of Steel. Good luck. Now I don't know about the numbers, if those numbers are accurate. Y'all can let me know. I'm just going by what I was sent. Do I think James Gunn's Superman can beat Man of Steel? Oh, well, there's a lot of factors you have to take into consideration. I think the name alone, Superman, is going to generate money because Superman has his own fan base. He's arguably one of the best superheroes out there. You already know Batman is number one to me. But Batman, not me being biased, I think Batman might be the number one hero out there that people rock with. But Superman is arguably up there with Batman. So I think on the name Superman alone, he's going to make money. It's going to make money. Now, it's a lot of things going into effect here with this Superman box office. A lot of things. You have to take in consideration of literally everything that's happened. All the junk that they put out between teasers and photos that nobody's really liked. And then you also have to take into consideration that the new things they put out, the little teaser trailer, then the official trailer, which I thought the teaser trailer was better than the official trailer. But I do think the official trailer was a big step forward compared to what they have put out. Now, you also have to take into consideration of what James Gunn signed up for before this movie was even in production. He was taking on a role to make a Superman movie that no one wanted. Everyone wanted Cavill back. Everyone wanted Snyder. Well, I'm not going to say everyone. Majority of fans wanted Snyder back. They wanted Cavill back. They wanted Man of Steel 2. They wanted Brainiac in that. They wanted Zack to finish his Justice League. And then WB and everybody has done them wrong, including fans. And then you got to take into consideration that there was reports that came out that Ben Affleck said he actually did want to come back for a Batman 2. But that he got turned away because of James Gunn. And then you got to take in the fact that in this movie, there has been spoilers talk from people who've seen the screenings that James Gunn pokes fun at the Snyder Cut or the Snyder Bros, whichever one it was. It still doesn't matter. He made fun of that. So, and like I've said in previous videos, man, whether you don't like Zack or not, Zack has a big fan base. He has a big fan base. A lot of people are inspired by Zack. I mean, and like I said in another video, the people in Saudi Arabia, they got him to make a UFC movie. They got money out there. So Zack's fan base is worldwide. That's not even including, he sold out or he raised the goal for SS, and it sold like they made over like $1 million for that for the not GoFundMe, but for the donation for charity. It's just a lot of things you have to take into consideration. Now, my answer, do I think it will beat Man of Steel? I don't think it's going to beat Man of Steel. And that's not because I'm being biased. I think it's just, it has a lot of adversity going against it. It has a tremendous amount of adversity going against it. And you know what? And I didn't even mention that the reports that's came out that's saying that, you know, that's been true actually with like the monkeys, the robot monkeys, you know, making Superman sad by tweeting and all this and all that. All this is coming out like saying that James Gunn is like putting his own self into the Superman movie, his own personal life into the Superman movie. And then it also got verified too because he came out and said that, you know, instead of Superman having that house or whatever it was he normally has, they got 2 double wide back trailers. And that's what they're living in. That's because James Gunn grew up around that or something. I can't remember the exact, you know, what he said, but he made it to be based off of him. A lot of people aren't liking that either. So you got pissed off fans because of what WB has done to fans in the past. And then you got James Gunn poking fun at Snyder Cut and all this and all that. And then you got James Gunn, you know, making Superman a parody. You just got all this crap. Oh, and that's not even to mention all the stuff from James Gunn past that's creeping up from past tweets. I ain't going to get too into that, but that's also playing a factor too. So I just think this movie has a lot. It has a lot going against it. A lot. I try to be fair, you know. I love Zack. I don't love everything Zack does, but I love majority of Zack's work. I love, but I wouldn't say love a lot of James Gunn's work, but I do like some of James Gunn's work. Brightburn, First Guardians. Wasn't a fan of his Suicide Squad. I like Slither. He also worked with Dawn of the Dead with Zack Snyder, and I like that. So I try to be fair, okay? And majority of what I've seen from this Superman film, some has looked good, but the majority of it has looked bad to me. Maybe that's marketing. I don't know. Only time will tell when July gets here. But do I think it beats Man of Steel? Do I think it beats Zack Snyder's GOAT that turned me into a Superman fan? Because I've never been a Superman fan. Ever. I've always thought the character sucked and was boring and he saved cats out of trees. Never liked him. But Zack turned me into a Superman lover. Do I think James Gunn's Superman beats that? I'm going to look you right in the eye and give you my 100% honesty. I don't think it beats it. With the what did it say? The adjusted inflation rate, it would have to make over 888 million. I don't think it's going to do that. I don't think it's going to do that. I just don't. I don't. Yeah, James Gunn's Superman would have to make almost 900 million to break even with Man of Steel. If those numbers are correct. I haven't verified these numbers. Y'all can let me know all that. I ain't doing all that. But if James Gunn's Superman has to make 900 million to break even with Man of Steel, it's not happening. It's not. There's no way this movie makes $1 billion. Is there a chance? Is it possible? I guess. But do I think it's going to happen? No. All the movies DC and what WB has put out has barely made $300 to $400 million. And there's a reason for that. I don't know. Y'all let me know, man. Do you guys think James Gunn's Superman is going to outbeat Man of Steel, a.k.a. the GOAT, Zack Snyder's Man of Steel? Do you think it's going to do it? Me personally, I do not think it's going to do it. Oh, that's not even to mention. See, there's so many factors going in. And see, I forgot to mention this. There's already been a lot of things coming out with James Gunn's Superman, comparing it to Man of Steel and Batman vs. That the plot is similar. A lot of scenes are similar. They're like, it's a recolor and skin. That's all it is. It's just brighter colors and different skins, like in a video game. Don't shoot the messenger. I'm just giving y'all my opinion and what I've heard and what I've seen on the internet, okay? But my final answer is I don't think it will do it. I don't think it's gonna outbeat Man of Steel. It's just too much going against it, man. Too much going against it. And like I said in the previous video we just did a couple days ago, this film, they shouldn't even be worried about making a lot of money. They need to make sure that this film is good. That way the word of mouth can carry this film, because this film is supposed to set a foundation for the universe. So if this film is bad and it doesn't do good, that's what a lot of people are expecting. But at the end of the day, we all know money's important. But at the end of the day, word of mouth about this movie being good is the biggest thing that they should be worried about, is buying back fans. Because if you buy back the fans with this movie and it's good, then that's going to make the other movies sell too. But if this movie's rotten on the bottom with the dumpster juice that a lot of people think it is, well, it's a wrap, my boys. It's a wrap. So y'all let me know. Y'all think this is gonna outbeat Man of Steel? Let me know in the comments down below, and I will catch you guys in the next one. 100,000 subscribers is grind time. Let's get it.